Modern VTech and AT&T cordless phones have easy-to-use menus and voice guides for setting up the answering system and smart call blocker.
This voice guide will assist you with the basic setup of the answering system. Record your announcement after the tone. Hello. Continue the setup of Smart Call Blocker. To confirm your option, press play. Next, this voice guide will assist you with the basic setup of the answer. First of all, you will set the answering system to answer an incoming call after 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 rings or toll saver. The current number of rings is 4 rings. To select your desired number of rings, press skip or repeat 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings. Toll saver.
That all started with models that use a voice menu on the base like this. This is my 2008-2009 build AT&T SL82318. And this is a transitional model for AT&T and VTech. This is one of their first DECT 6.0 phones, my very first DECT 6.0 phone, and you cannot use the answering system on the handset. Look through the menu all you want. No, you can't do anything with the answering system on the handset. It's all done here on the base, and to set it up, you use these buttons. This phone I got from school store in 2013. This phone was put in the school store just for me. No one else in the class was allowed to get it. I used puzzle pieces to get each piece of a phone. For example, once I got all 4 puzzle pieces for the base, I bring the base home and get going.
Number of rings 2. To change the setting, press skip or repeat. To continue setup, press setup 4, 6. Toll saver 2.
And yes, what I showed you on the BL108-2 basically started with this.
4, 6. Toll saver.
Not sure why they didn't just reuse the existing toll saver voice clip and display.
4, 2. Base ringer low. To change the setting, press skip or repeat. To continue setup, press setup high, off, low, high, off.
And notice that they use abbreviations. This is a dual 7-segment display, so you can't fit off, so they say of.
Off.
That'll do, I guess.
Remote access code 19.
That's for the phone.
Setting 20, 19, 18, 19.
So you can press skip or repeat
19.
To change your code, or to change it in increments of 10, press and hold.
29, 39, 49.
And it goes from 10 to 99. So unlike newer ones and most other phones, you cannot set it to 00 to 09.
99, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, 19. Message alert tone on.
That's weird how there's a gap there.
Off, on.
It's almost as if they wanted to make a setting for message alert, indicator, or light, on. There's no light, it's just a flashing number. There is a flashing light for new voicemail. So this phone was from the era where AT&T and VTech had a flashing voicemail light on the base. And there's the envelope icon on handsets, of course. And then you can clear it using the menu. And it also shows new voicemail on the screen. This is my first phone with a shared phone book. So the entries are stored in the base. To delete all call log entries, press and hold delete while viewing an entry, and press select. This is old enough to have the distorting rings at full volume. So I'm not sure if this is the first set of tones this had, or if this is the second set. 2010 might have been when they changed it. I don't know. So this is the version that I have, 2009. And oddly, it goes from 0 to 9, not 1 through 10. On some models, like the AT&T SL82318, it does start at 0, but it shows up as the first option. On this, it's tone 1 by default. Maybe they were all tone 1 by default, even though 0 would show up at the top. I don't know. If you have two handsets, pressing intercom will just call the second handset right away. I don't have this one powered on. I just brought it over here to show. What's weird is that the charger does not have a filled-in bottom. It looks like this, which is weird. The third handset didn't have a charger. I'll either get a charger for it, or since the handset side volume keys are broken, I might just replace that whole handset. That's probably what I'll have to do. The Energy Star logo on here came off, apparently. This does not tie the answering system to the phone stuff. Pressing locator will still work even while using the answering system. That's true on my DS6421 as well. When the phone is on, though, the answering system can't be used. When the battery is low, the speakerphone turns off and can't be used, and the backlight doesn't work. Keytone does not sound while dialing.
This is a test message on AT&T SL82318 handset on talk mode and on speakerphone mode. This does not sound keytones while dialing on speakerphone, and now we're back on talk mode since the battery's low. It's going to be forced to not work on speakerphone. There's an error tone if we try to use speakerphone. I bet that played into the call, too.
Yes, it did. All the tones there did actually play into the call. Now let's listen to the test message on the system. There's no equalizer on this. It has fast dialing like high-end models often do.
A quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check with Tyler's phone testing cold line is powered by free PBX.
Menu. There's no menu on the call, so press up for a phone book, and to exit the phone book or call log, you press and hold off, which is weird. And then press off to just end the call. There's no delete all option. Menus look like this. The highlighted option's always up the top. Then you can do ringer volume, ringer tone, key tone, language, all of your stuff, and clear the voicemail indicator, and that's it. Some models would have a home area code and dial mode option as well. That makes this my first ever phone to not support pulse dialing. This is tone only. You can set the clock by pressing the clock button.
2026, 3:51 p.m. Sunday. To set the clock, press clock. 2026. To change the year, press skip or repeat. To change the hour, press clock.
This is one of those phones where it only goes up to 2039.
2039. 2000. 2000.
Which is not really a big deal on this phone.
2010. 2026.
Because the year is only used to tell it what day of the week to select when caller ID comes in. A lot of people don't understand what the year is used for on these older phones, but that's why. It's so that when caller ID sets the time, this year determines what the day of the week should be. And it marks the caller list entries with the time of the call as well, of course. And you can't turn CID time sync off on these older phones. Although when caller ID has set the time, the year does actually roll over after December 31st, 11:59 p.m., even though you can't actually set the day and month.
2020, 2003 p.m. To change the hour, press skip or repeat. To change the minutes, press clock.
So for this, you cannot press and hold because it only goes up to 12, of course.
12 a.m., 1 a.m., 12 a.m., 11 p.m., 10 3, 51, 50, 50.
For the minutes, you can.
01, 00.
For some reason, it says 00 instead of o'clock.
00. 50, 51. Sunday. To change the day, press skip or repeat. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 2026, 3:51 p.m. Sunday.
And now here's what all the numbers sound like.
Remote act 99, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 41, 40, 50, 51, 50, 60, 61, 60, 70, 71, 70, 80, 81, 80, 90, 91.
I didn't go through all of them because there's a separate voice clip for numbers ending in a 0, like 60, and then when it ends in a number 1 through 9, like 65.
Announcement, press play or press record.
AT&T still does this to this day, and VTech, of course. ANNC stands for announcement.
Record after the tone. Press stop when you are done.
Hello, you have reached an AT&T SL82318. Please leave your message after the tone. If you record for over 99 seconds, 99 will flash. Then you can delete the announcement by pressing delete.
Announcement deleted. And hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
And this is my first ever time hearing an announcement that does not actually say we're not available to take your call. I felt it was kind of strange. And then it's not actually delayed like that. It's just that there's no beep after it plays the announcement. And this continues to this day. That delay is a closing out of the announcement menu. And then you can record a memo. This is my first working phone with that feature.
Record after the tone. Press stop when you are done.
Test memo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Recorded.
Now, let's call this up and record a message. I'm going to turn Smart Call Blocker to no screening on the BL108-2. And by the way, on the DLP series, I did see a video where someone was trying the *722# and it just opens the SCB screening option, so it can't be turned on or off. So that's what the message alert tone sounds like. It beeps every 10 seconds.
Calls will not be answered. Calls will be answered.
Everything else basically just says answer on or answer set or answer off. This is my first phone where it's a completely different message. Now, I pressed any key. Oh, actually, turning answer system off and on did not silence the tone. But the manual says pressing any key does silence the tone. Now I'm going to press skip. And now that button didn't do anything, but the tone is now silent. Of course, there is no voice guide on this. So now, let's make a call from my other extension. Oh, I've turned that bass ringer on. So now if we look in the caller list, you can see the actual time of the call. And now the clock is actually running on this, so now it knows what the date actually is. This does not do time backup, as far as I know, but I'm going to try to unpower this and then turn it back on. As typical with older non-dialing bases and even the new BL108-2, it's all blank while it's booting up. It takes about 5 seconds, and no time backup because the number is flashing.
2026, 4:30 p.m. Sunday. Time and...
It remembers everything except the minutes. It always puts those at 30 minutes, which is weird. You can't stop paging by putting it on the charge. Press off and it says ringer mute instead of ringer muted. And this also has a side volume key. To deregister a handset without the bass, you have to turn the bass off. So let's actually do that now. And let's turn that bass ringer on. Now it's saying connecting. All the menus are disabled. If you put it on charge while it's saying connecting, the backlight turns on. Now it just says out of range with no power at base. Star 331 734 pound select. And now high-end models do not have the gloss keys with the writing inside it anymore, unless, of course, a diamond cut key. So now it just says not registered. This is not new enough to have placed on charge registration. I don't think they had that until 2011. Once again, the clock now needs to be set.
Time and day not set.
Now we're going to put the handset on the base. And now the handset reboots, and it's going to ask me to press and hold locator for 4 seconds on the base, as you can see here. HNDSTLOC is how they're abbreviating it here. And then once it's registered, this will turn off, and then it'll say, please wait. Takes a few seconds here. On some models it will reboot when it does this, but not on all of them. So now let's make a test call and leave a testing message. This has the older non-dialing based ringer.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Apparently it answered after a split third ring. And there's no call screening off option, but on these older phones, if you just set the volume to 1, call screening turns off. So that's perfect, because I have these all on level 1 anyways. And I did change things up by setting this to a busy tone. To shake things up, so I have 1 line of loop current disconnect, 1 with busy after disconnect. Now let's play that message.
You have 1 new message and 1 old message. Sunday, 4:04 p.m.
Apparently it answered after a split third ring. And there's no call screening off option, but on these other...
Yep, so that's all working.
Sunday, 3:53 p.m.
Test memo 123.
This is also my first phone where it only deletes old messages. So I have a new message.
Record after the tone. Press stop when you are done.
New message 123.
Recorded.
Once again, if you exceed 99 seconds, 99 will flash.
To delete all old messages, press delete again. All old messages deleted.
But see, I still have 1 new message. I have to make that old first.
To delete all old messages deleted.
You can do that to all handsets by holding down handset locator until in-use flashes, press it again, and then it'll reboot. Resetting the handset will reset the base. This is a pretty basic phone. I was honestly disappointed when I got the handset going because it was far from my grandparents' phone where you could play with messages on the handset and everything. I would not get that full experience until mid-2014. The wall bracket is pretty cool in this phone. The cords can route through the top bit, and then you can take it off and then lay it on flat for wall mount use. So it's almost like the revolving bracket on my then current neighbor's phone and my 6524 and my 85SK, but not quite.